And so we now have firm and final evidence that the Nord Stream gas pipelines 1 and 2 were actually blown up in an act of sabotage. Swedish prosecutors say that they have found traces of explosive at the site, clearly indicating that it was bombs that were placed there or dropped there in an act of sabotage to blow up those pipelines. And this finding follows a preliminary finding from the Danish authorities earlier that they too had found some signs of explosive, indicating an act of sabotage. The Danes and the Swedes have been conducting this investigation jointly, but we now have final word from the Swedish prosecutor's office on this. We know that 4 holes were blown through those pipelines on September the 26th, one as much as 50 meters wide, and that sent gas bubbling to the surface of the sea, disrupting, of course, the supply of gas, but also raising a good many environmental concerns. The big unanswered question remains: who blew up those pipelines? And on that, neither the Danes earlier nor the Swedes now have anything to say. The Swedish prosecutor says only that investigations are continuing, and he would not comment on who was behind this act of sabotage. The blame game has been on for a while. Russia has been blamed, and then last month the Russian Defense Ministry said that it was British Navy personnel who blew up the pipelines. We do not know exactly who did, and we have no definite answers on that. It is apparent that the Russians are not the ones who would stand to gain from this act of sabotage, but of course that of itself is not evidence of anything one way or another.